Oh, what did I get? Yes, recently I got this Ernie Ball Music Man Sterling. It was a 98, similar to the one I used to have, and doing that Music Man video got me thinking about it. But actually this video was about something else I got, which was COVID-19. Yeah, it's finally got me. I wasn't sure if I was going to do a video on this, but then I woke up this morning and saw Adele had done a video, so I said, well, that's a sign. I can do one now. I didn't do any preparation for it, which means I'm going to probably say more than I have to and leave some stuff out that I should, but I'll try and make a short story painfully long for you. Back in early December, a fella came into work wearing a mask. I work for a steel company, and basically in the back we don't wear masks because it's as close as you can come to being outside. As broken windows, it's huge. It's a huge space, high ceilings, and you're never face to face with anyone. But a fella came in wearing a mask one day. I was like, what's the matter? He said, oh, I got a cold. So I was all right. So kept it well. So a few days later, I wake up with a sore throat and stuffy nose and that. As the week, usually I could knock out a cold in 3 days. By the end of the week, I was feeling real crappy. So I went and got tested and tested negative on both the rapid test and the PCR. So, but that cold lasted for like 3 weeks, and it was finally just getting over it. A week or so ago. Well, I'll leave that part of the story out. Anyway, just last week we were supposed to go down to a Broadway show on Saturday, and so I'm just getting over the cold. The guy comes in again with a mask on, almost a month later. I was like, "What's going on?" He goes, "Oh, I'm sick." All right. A few days later, I got a cough. I'm like, "What the hell?" So it's Saturday morning, and we're getting ready to head down to see the show with Company on Broadway, which we had tickets for before COVID, canceled. We rebought them when it opened. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, how could I get a cold, back-to-back colds? It's never happened to me before. So we had a home test kit, and I said, well, just for peace of mind, let me do it before I go down and sit in a crowded theater, with people. Even though everyone's wearing masks, I do the test and it comes back positive. I'm like, are you kidding me? So for a split second, I said, I'm just going to pretend I didn't see this. I feel fine. Then I was like, no, how infuriated would I be if someone knowingly had, COVID and came down and sat next to me. So, fortunately, telecharge is great as opposed to Ticketmaster about, refunding, getting a refund. Ticketmaster sucks. Telecharge was no problem. So, I should also say that Lynn and I are both, double vaccinated and boosted, and are basically, aside from the situation I described at work, wear our masks all the time where it's appropriate. So Lynn and I both went on Saturday to a walk-in place to get tested. I tested positive again on the rapid, and Lynn tested negative, and then she also got the PCR test and came back negative on that one too. So that was Saturday, so I let them know at work, took a couple days off, and the thing is, I guess because I was, vaccinated, I never felt that bad. I had a little cough that wasn't bad at all. The cold I had was 10 times worse than what I experienced with this. But the more I got rid of the cough, kind of the more the fatigue set in, and last couple of days I've just been exhausted. I did go into work yesterday, which I kind of regretted, but now I've got a couple of days off, and I'll just keep resting. If anyone has felt the fatigue side effects of COVID, let me know what your experience was and how long they lasted, because it's really, I walk up and down the stairs and I'm ready for a nap. So what did I want to really say? So, health-wise, it didn't really affect me that much, but made me think of a couple things. I've known some people who have COVID and have gone out about their business, and I can almost understand. Some people don't have the luxury of taking a day off from work, or taking a few days off from work, and that's just tragic. And the bigger thing that was concerning Lynn and I was that, my mother's in fairly poor health, and Lynn's been grocery shopping for her since COVID started, and I'll run the groceries up, depending on what's going on. So we're like, how are we going to get Mom her groceries now? And, my sister's there a couple days a week, but, what if she wasn't? So we worked it out, but, just the whole thing, aside from the sickness, there's all this peripheral stuff going on with, some people's lives are very complicated. And, it's really a tough thing to navigate around. Again, I'm probably leaving some stuff out. Anything else you got to say it now. But anyway, keep your guard up. Don't let it down. It could happen at any time. Lynn and I were just talking, week before last about how great is it that we've kind of gotten through this whole thing without catching it or coming down with it, and not really many close calls. And the thing with me is, because I drive for a living, it's, first of all, I could teach a master class on avoiding having contact with people. That my entire life was, built around that, developing that skill. And driving, 90% of the day I'm on my own. If I come in contact with anyone, I put if I have to go inside an office or something, I put the mask on. If someone needs to sign something, I just ask their name, just write their name down, so I'm not passing a pen or a clipboard around. Lynn, on the other hand, is dealing with the public all day long, and working in much closer confines than I am, but they all take it really seriously, and they've all gotten through it incredibly well too. So I guess just don't let your guard down, and it affects everybody differently. I know some people who had much more significant symptoms than I did, and completely different as well. So stay safe. Keep it can happen to anyone, and keep doing the right thing. And you can see I did have a couple days off. So as much as I didn't want to, I shot a video. I did the fenders for the collection video the other day, and I'll probably be doing these when I'm done with this one. All right, that's it.